Hello everyone, and today we're stepping back into the blood-soaked world of Code Vein, but with Code Vein 2, the sequel that aims to take everything the original did right and then tear your skull open with it. Yes, this is relevant line you signed up. Stylish combat, haunting leg escapes, and enough character builds to make your head spin. But before we dive fully into the review, I would like to ask you one thing. Let's do a pinky promise to me if you're a new viewer on this channel. If you're gonna like this video, subscribe in the end because the more content is coming in 2026. We started this year far with some reviews and we are going even stronger. Let's talk about what's new and what's familiar. So first up, yes, if you love the first Code Vein, its anime dark style and souls-like combat, you're stepping into familiar territory here. Apocalypse's torn landscapes, Monterio's foes, the signature post-blood packed society aesthetic is back. But this time the game feels bigger, crisper, and more intentional. Characters creation got an upgrade, more sliders, more styles, more ways to make you relevant, truly you. Yes, even angry anime has options. Let's talk about the best thing in the game, which is combat. And believe me, combat in Code Vein 2 is very shines the brightest. It's deeper, heavier, and more responsive than before. Your dodges feels meaningful. Blocking actually matters. Weapons, weight, effects, your rhyme, everything just feels amazing. There's a bigger emphasis on the combing, kind of like combining weapons, blood vessels, and obsoletes in a smart ways. Parry, yes. Backstabs, yes. Punishing web, and when you miss the roll, absolutely. And honestly, there is quite like doing the perfect dodge, turning around and nailing a counter that sends enemy flying back. It feels good the way a very few action games nail. Build and customizations. Now let's talk about this one. Here is the big selling point for Code Vein 2. It feels like a mini RPG in how you build your character. There's tons of weapon types, great swords, spears, axes, a lot of kind of like different things with each with unique flow. Then you have blood vessel that modifies skills. Dimensionals that affinates with the twist, how you deal the damage and so on, and passive abilities that stack if you build smart. You can make glass cannon mechs, you can make heavy tank bruisers, dexterity kind of focus blade dancers, hybrid different builds which the enemies are question reality, and if multiplayer is your jam, summon co-op, systems that makes a punishing fight feels kind of like a shared victories. Let's talk about the point that is the bosses and the worlds in the game. Enemies are areas are quite interesting, I would say. They're harder than the read of cryptic essay. Kind of creeping ruins, ruining the cathedrals, and all of this, they all feel alive. So the atmosphere in the game is great. Some of the bosses are like, oh, just believe me, they're crazy, and the noises they make, it's just so crazy. It's big, loud, dramatic, and it's perfectly timed. The way you look at it is like a cinema, and then you forget for a second and you get hit. And now, believe me, like it's a struggle with bosses. The first couple of fights, you're gonna just be looking at it. Oh my god. Let's talk about style and audio. Visually, Code Vein leans into the heavily kind of like anime horror vibe with the dark, stark shadows, dramatic silhouettes, exaggerated armor. It's almost like a dark fantasy comic you walk through, but believe me, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it a lot. The sound design is unintentional. Heavy footsteps, echo, weapons, the clang impact, and then the bass drops when the boss music comes in. Like you feel everything. There are some rough edges in the game. It's not perfect game. Obviously there are things like some early fights are kind of clunky until you get your build ready find. There's a lot of dash souls trial error, and sometimes you die not just because you're bad but because the game says so. The UI can feel sometimes a bit dense, but again, it's a lot of things that can be polished and just upgraded, I will feel like, and it should not affect your feeling on the game. And here's the bottom line. Code Vein 2 is a worthy successor of the first part that takes the stylish rage of the first game, brings it on, and you get the great new game. If you're a fan of tactical action combat, deep build customization, e-rewards, and satisfying boss duels, this one is absolutely worth your time. If you're new to the genre and you don't like trial and error deep system, that will take a minute to learn, well, I'll be completely honest with you, it's a challenge. It's a challenge game, but stick with it. And the moment you finally break the wall, you're gonna enjoy it. For me, Code Vein 2 isn't just another sequel, it's a proper evolution, guys. And when you play the game, you just feel it. You feel it that you gotta play a new game, and it's not like a continuation or DLC of a previous one that's been sold separately. This is a proper new game. And if you're a new viewer, remember the pinky promise. If you like the video, drop the sub.